most common integration of non-dynamic sources is going to happen in tabular model. It will not go through a data warehouse, but it will be built based on the corporate data source and using Power BI Premium or Azure Analysis Services tabular model, combining with any other data source. So let's see the schema first. So we have created a data warehouse and pushed the data to a tabular model, which is one version of true. Now our sales and all departments have millions of ideas how to compose data, and that's where the composite model works real fine. So what we are going to do is use Power BI Desktop as a modeling tool, take a few tables from corporate model, just a light model. We need only to analyze sales, combine it with any other data. We are going to use Excel. And then what's the beauty? If we have Power BI Premium, we can publish this back to the Power BI service in a Power BI service, in most common, into another workspace. Not the same, because we don't want that IT gives us access and mess around with corporate model here. And then we can analyze with Excel or Power BI. So let's see how this is done. So first we need a Power BI Desktop, and actually I took little preparation here, and we have here already 6-7 tables that are connected in a star schema, because they are coming from corporate data source. How do you get this? You would just take a data from Power BI dataset and say this is your corporate data source. You would open this connection. You can then connect either to the model and select any from transactional and dimensional table. This is this list here. This is what we did to select these 7 tables. Or we can connect to perspective and pick up the whole perspective. We cannot put it into the pieces. So if I want to get sales, I'll be getting all 9 transactional tables with all dimensions in here. We started in creating a model with a pivot with a normal table that was created as an import mode. So this forced the connection to be in a direct query mode. And Excel storage model is mixed. It's import, and this is in a direct query, which means the data are still in corporate source. That's very important. Now we are adding anything. We can add anything else that we want from Power BI to offer. This is just anything, and we are going just to say simple Excel. This is already prepared to have some meaningful data, and we are going to select one Excel sheet with this data. Not much transpiration. All we want to do is just to write a measure, so we don't use this directly. We're just going to use and create a new measure and say budget amount. Let's just say 2020 is sum of budget amount value. This is what we need to do in order to things to work properly. It's not recommended to take a column. It's not there. It's no time, and we'll have it. Just to put it in here, budget amount. Now this is showing the same value across the date because we didn't put this to the date model here. So our date in the model must be connected with the date dimension from our corporate model. So this is date and this is date. Be very careful in the format and be careful in the cardinality. This is many transactions we can have in the budget and only one unique date and one directional. Otherwise you may get problems with performance. Let's have a look into this now. This is how you create. Voila, you see, you have it. So if we would publish this like this in a decimal number, it's nice. Now we save this. The model is composite, which means this is working as an import mode, and this is a direct query mode. and we are going to publish. I'm logged in as Power BI, so I have the option to connect to publish data anywhere. Of course, depends where my permissions are. So I'll not go to production or to the test where developers are doing it. I'm just doing it into the reports for department, and this is where my advanced business users create reports and share it with others. If you have a small organization like 20 users, probably 10 will be advanced user. If you have 1,000 users, then probably 10% is going to be using it. Now we are linked in here. So let me see just the gateway. The new created model would require a gateway. So let's just have a look into the data sources. And this is the report, and this is the data source. We go to the settings, gateway. We'll see whether this is connected or not. Sometimes it takes a minute or so to connect, and that is pretty much all. Let's just reports for departments, whether to see whether this is already refreshed or not. Okay, let's just look into this. And permission that the only involvement of IT is to manage permissions, who can do what. So Excel has to be matched with the gateway, and that's the beauty. The business users can do everything by themselves. Really good, and they are super flexible, and they can't do anything wrong because they are not. What is the beauty of the core the modeling is they are not going to make any movements of data in terms of the corporate model or changing the model here. So the corporate model will be always there, data will be there, the one version of true will be always here. The data will go directly into this departmental model. What we were using is the schema. We took 7 tables and extended with external sources. So this is really very good for productivity, and I would say like 80% of customizations or extending the model of the corporate will be done by this. And one more thing, it's not only Power BI on the desktop or in the cloud. It's not only that. We can also go there by Excel. So that let's just do this, how to connect. We already logged in as a member of premium capacity, and we are going into the same account, and we know that our colleague told us there is a new report, version 2 of the model, and we open it because we prefer Excel, simple as that. It's not always Power BI. And here we go, net sales, and the rest of the functionality is here. So this is how the composite model work, and this is how the business users would work daily and freelancing around the data sources that are available around the environments.